My idea for the art project was making a game of life. For those who don't know, it's basically a game where you have all these like little pixels kind of on a square grid, and then basically if the pixel is isolated on its own, it'll die of loneliness, and if there's too many pixels around it, it'll die of, overpopulation. But if there's just enough, then it will survive. And also if there's enough pixels around a dead square, that'll create, a pixel there as well. So it kind of is this nice little simulation that you can play, and it makes these pretty patterns. The difference in my project is I wanted to do it hexagonally. Part of the research phase, I looked up to see if anyone else had done it, and there was actually this one website, so that's kind of cool. It's nice to know that it's possible, and someone's kind of like tweaked the rules just a little bit to make it work for a hexagonal grid. So I'll end up just copying his rules because they look pretty good from what I could see. And then the other thing I did in the research phase was get this hexagonal shelf, and basically I want to lay the grid out this way. The way I kind of picked the grid size was I have these like LEDs which will light up when the pixels when the cell is on or off. And I basically sized the grid so that the LEDs would fit in there kind of nicely to reduce the amount of work I have to do. The other thing I played around with was just seeing whether or not I could make it so you could like accurately detect where someone's like pressing on the grid, because I thought it would be cool to be able to manually turn things on and off. I couldn't find a good way of doing that. I tried these distance sensors, but they're not really they don't really pick up a finger. I also tried touch sensing, just from using the Arduino libraries, and that's not really sensitive enough. So I think I'll just end up adding some buttons or something like that, so you can kind of slightly more painfully select the cell and turn it on and off. The other requirement I have is because the game of life can kind of oscillate a little bit and get stuck, is that the user can just reset it at some point. So that's the project. Looking forward to prototyping in a few days. Thanks for watching.